took out the screen for this one because I was like, yeah, now I can just leap through the window if I want to, like a 90s kids movie. But
do you do that ever?
I've never left through the window, no.
Not once.
No, my shoes are out there. Why?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no.
No, I didn't plan it out at all.
Yeah, dude, just hot, just real hot out.
Well, okay, let's start
but
with...
we're fucking back, gang.
Yeah, man, where we been?
I worked this summer, and I've recently moved back to Stockton to do the Coaching at Pacific thing.
Yeah.
You, LA, somewhere around?
Yeah, I was in LA for 3 weeks doing a camp. I don't know if you count like 6 children at camp, but it was cool. I enjoyed it a lot, and I made enough money to live, which should be the subject of a video, frankly. The fact that
like, people can you afford to live?
Will you survive the summer? So what's coming up? I guess this could be like an update thing.
Well, it's update, and I also definitely want to talk about that thing I mentioned to you beforehand about like the pedagogy and.
Yeah, I want to talk about that, but we'll talk about that in the video after.
Sure. So when you say what's coming up,
what I mean, it's a question for you. What are our plans for the channel going into the school year?
Oh, so I think that definitely, and actually I talked to the guy, or not, so, well, we'll have to edit that out, whatever. So Robert, right, I'll just, so,
Robert Chen, yeah.
Robert Chen.
We said that we would,
Yeah, I just didn't know if he wanted it on video yet. But yeah, so I talked to...
He commented on the video.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, just, I know, we love you, Robert. So I talked to Robert. I also talked to another person who did public forum and is now going to be competing in the college circuit, hopefully, who said they'd be interested in talking on the channel sometime.
Yeah, doing interviews and stuff.
Yeah, so that's the big thing for me is interviews and whatnot, and wanting to talk to coaches, talking to competitors potentially, and getting their thoughts. Ideally, people who have like exited high school forensics at this point, I guess, is kind of how I feel too, because we're like 30, and I just don't
say that about me. That's
not
true.
I still want to talk to a 17-year-old for like an hour.
How about an 18-year-old?
18-year-old? Talk to an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
I'm not trying to sign any forms.
Yeah, exactly right. It's just, anywho.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that we got to do that. I think we need to get that basic series up that we never really finished.
That's the thing, man. That's where I've been. So yeah, I want to do the interview stuff. I want to do more like, hey, why don't you watch this video? Because those are easy as shit, right? I just have to watch a video for 2 hours and tell you what I think. Like, easy.
Those do get the most views too, but they're also for me they're by far the least fun to do.
Really? I like those fine. What I don't like is the like I've been working on this. I have to finish the one I've been working on for a long time, but like the other day I was like, great, we'll do counterplans. Given the counterplan lecture 1,000 times, and each time it just gets more painful than the last. I mean, at least when there's students, you get a sense of it, right? But when it's just you in a room and you're working on the fucking PowerPoint, it's so fucking boring.
Competition,
and you're like, is anyone gonna watch this? Like, does anyone care? So my thoughts, God, I am sweating. My thought was, everyone we have at this point on the channel was from one Reddit post, and then whatever tangential stuff happened after that. I'm thinking we have enough stuff up now that we make another Reddit post, be like, hey, here's an update, this is what we have so far. At this point, I just want to make content by request, basically. Like, in the screenwriting world, there's spec screenplays. Yeah. I'm kind of getting over writing on spec. Like, I have a couple things I want to do.
Okay.
Right? Like, making a video on the speculation that hopefully someone will want to watch it. I mean, when we think of something really niche, like, sure. But I think as far as making, like, a full curriculum, like, unless... Like, I'm happy to do if someone's like, hey, can you make a video on counterplans? Because then I'll be like, sure, Frogboy90, here is your counterplan video. But, you know, and especially since a lot of the people who seem to be watching our videos are...
more experienced a little bit.
Or just, like, coaches.
Yeah.
So... I mean, I guess we could be giving our take on how to effectively teach these things and giving them resources to use in the classroom, but if that's what they want, like, let's let them ask for it.
Sure.
So yeah, I want to do the interviews. I want to do more analysis videos. And
well, the thing for me with the analysis videos is like, and this is somewhat, I guess, the subject of the other video we're talking about doing.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's so hard to do the analysis in real time from a is this argument true /
we'll get into that, but I think what we could do so we can do a couple different approaches, right? One way can be to just watch and give commentary as we go along. The other way, you have a mental database of debates that is far exceeding me and I think a lot of people. So you could pick out specific videos for particular, like, here's what.
Yeah, that'd be a lot more fun. I mean, honestly, I'll just be completely blunt. With like the PF videos, what happens is I end up having to watch the entire video usually beforehand because that's the only way I'm gonna know if it's even worth doing, right?
Yeah, no.
And then if I don't watch it and actually really pay attention, like take notes or whatever, then when I watch it the second time, it's just like, here's what they said, here's my thoughts on what you'd say against that, rather than like acknowledging in the greater scheme of the debate, like what. And that's part of the problem too, is like, obviously, knowing the strategic value of the argument is going to be hard in a world where, like, I don't know what you're going for and, like, norms and stuff or whatever in terms of how the debates pan out. And so it's just like, okay, well, all I can tell you is that was not true, or that was bad, or that was wrong.
Is it any cooler?
And also, with the window open, I think it might be a tiny bit, but not
humid.
Yeah,
but it's hot.
Certainly less
shit
humid,
still.
but it's still hot.
You want me to close it and turn on the AC?
Yeah, just do that. It sounds
fuck yeah.
I'm gonna just keep talking on that thought, just because
keep talking.
To warm up. But basically, like, it's almost. This is something that happens in. Actually, I just saw a great thing about this. The director of the movie Shazam just made a video where he said, I think a lot of film essays are bullshit, like on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I think they're bullshit because people are doing the same thing that they previously did with, like, books or whatever, where they read things into what they're seeing or reading based on their own sort of projected thoughts or identities or whatever. Just smart shit that they think, and then they think you think that too. Yeah. And they're totally wrong a lot of the time. And I think that happens in a certain point in this debate analysis world. I know it happens with, like, esports analysts, but it's like, I can say, wow, that was really smart because he made this argument right here, and if
it's a lot of conjecture on why that person did.
Yeah, and if I don't know why you did it, then maybe it was just a throwaway dumb argument to you, and you didn't understand it, and it would be ill-advised of me to read into that and just be like, well, you know, obviously he was setting this up as the preamp or whatever.
Sure, but I think that's inherent to any form of analysis. Right? Yeah, like that's sort of part of the game, and I think it's the asterisk that the format lives under the shadow of.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think at this point we want to reach out to more people, try to let more people know that this exists. There's more videos out there. Maybe make a Reddit post, and then just be like,
requests.
And then be like, yeah, we just want to make whatever you want to watch, unless we don't.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's like, 'cause I know number one thing, what are we gonna want? Topic analysis. I don't care.
Dude, that's the thing. I told the guy I would do.
I know the BRI. It's.
I'm not coaching public forum right now, and I gotta be honest with you, it's so boring. It's so boring. Bridge and Road Initiative, dude, it was like the fucking capital gains tax one. You literally have to pay me. You literally have to pay me to read about capital gains tax.
Oh yeah, that's how I feel about the
That's why I think these topics are fucking awful. Why are we doing
Robert this summer on like the BR? I'm like, oh my god, where is the nuclear topic? Whatever we did for like the novices for LD.
Oh, facts! I have a book on nuclear policy. Yeah, right there underneath this camera.
Isn't the guy who did the
that's
Panama
the
Papers?
guy. Well, so the guy who did the Panama Papers he gathered a whole bunch of like shit that he was gonna leak. Most of it was about nuclear policy. That was his focus. And a friend of his convinced him, no, lock all that shit in a safe, and release these things having to do with the Vietnam War, because all this other shit is so significant and so scary, people are going to overlook the Vietnam War stuff. And we could end the war. So just do this, put that shit in a safe, come out with it later.
Sure.
He put it in a safe got lost.
That's funny.
Yeah, but that's all. So it's the same Daniel Ellsberg, and he's like, dude, this is actually what I cared about when all that shit was going on. Yeah, it's fucking terrifying, man. That's it. That's the update.
Great.